Social media for authors. In this video I'm going to discuss social media for authors. People interact in many different ways in today's world. Some by phone, some by email, and some through chat networks. Every day people use computers to communicate with each other, and social networks are one of the main reasons. Facebook, Twitter, and other social media sharing sites have helped facilitate communication between people. It is also rapidly changing how we look at communication. Positive and negative effects of social media for authors. The term social media describes a person's ability to influence the social thinking of others in a community. The sheer number of social networks, from Facebook to LinkedIn, make it possible to interact with many people, but like everything else, this has its advantages and disadvantages. The more influence a person has, the more opportunities they have to influence the opinions of others. Social networks have created spaces between people who sit together, physically, but are not connected, mentally, allowing us to connect with others we typically would not be able to encounter. Social networks have influenced us so much that our lives depend on them. Many writers shy away from sharing socially because they think that they have to share everything they do, from restaurant orders to concerts to reading books. This kind of sharing can positively affect social networks because people are more exposed to things they wouldn't otherwise know about, such as new books. But there are downsides, too. And for some authors they simply don't feel like they have the time or want to share so much with their audience. However, if you want to market your books you will likely find you have to have a social presence. Here's how to make social networks for writers work for you. Social media for authors is a great way to showcase our work to millions of interested people. Since almost everyone is out there, you will miss out on many opportunities if you don't use these channels properly. Authors not only reach their target audience through social networks, but they can also build relationships and gain followers. Thus, we can go back to these channels later to get ideas for excerpts, book names, cover designs, initial thoughts about what we want to write about, etc. Creating high-quality content on a large scale is a challenge for any business, and writing is no exception. It's best if you can do your own social posting because it will lend your authentic voice and help you gauge how your audience perceives you. It can be challenging, but there are some tips to help you repurpose your content which will make this much easier to manage. Some tools will help you schedule posts as well. And if you really know what you are doing, some of it can even be automated. But, in some cases you may want to consider hiring someone to handle all of this for you. Social media management services are available if you so choose. Think of them like a ghostwriter for your social media accounts. Thanks to social media, writers and readers can get better acquainted. Writers and readers have come closer, and communication between them has become a real conversation. Both parties participate in it. Suffice it to say that social media for authors can be your friend. Don't bite off more than you can chew. Be consistent in your branding, posting frequency and messaging. I hope you found it helpful. Click the link in the description to learn more about using social media as a writer to promote your books. Hey, thanks for watching this video on social media for authors.